Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead in the NFC South, we have a matchup of two QBs who can flat out spin it. It's Drew Brees and the Saints taking on Jameis Winston and the Buccaneers.
All right, Larry, we are at a site that's played host to 2 Super Bowls, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down following the incompletion.
Watch tight end.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And unable to get downhill there. He'll take this up to about the 37.
I got it. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready. Blue lady.
From the gun, Winston. And he's taken down here by the Saints. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick: make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on the Ringo. Tight is on the Ringo. Blue 58. 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And it's caught. Kobe Fleener. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Let's go. 58 to Mike.
To throw is Bridgewater. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 30, 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints coming out now to take the field.
Let's go. 2 jet. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Joke. Tagger. Hey, alert 3. Tagger. He's crashing. He's checking.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Fresh set of downs here.
Double tight. Let's go. Way 90. Hey. Way 90. 4 down. 2 jet. Kill. Hey.
Bridgewater. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
First down, Winston. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Strong right. Let's go now.
The first carry now for Doug Martin. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a third down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. Did you see how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On third down, Winston. This is caught by Jackson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's go now.
First down. Here's the run with Martin. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Double tight. Easy. Easy. Stand up in.
Second down, Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Seven yards remaining here on third down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Ready.
Here's Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. And this one is incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready. Slam.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got Evans. Mike Evans, he's going to go. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Even. 4 down.
To throw is Winston. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play. Action and maybe throwing it.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They come out here in the eye. They'll run forward with Martin, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Doug Martin His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And that will make this a 16-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Second down, Bridgewater. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Let's go. We got 4. We got 4.
First down, Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive... that got to him with the pressure.
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Single. Let's go. Watch 84. Force. Watch your left, because I'm about to take you to school.
The second down throw for Bridgewater. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Jameis now on first down. It's complete. Doug Martin. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch tight end. Wait. Hey. 4 down. 50, my 50. My 50. Check 99. Easy. Hey. He's checking.
Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Reuben Foster in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Quick talking. Ready. Ready. Go ahead, baby. Go.
Working out of the gun. Winston. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. This is taken at the 18. And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down at the 49. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Cut his left. Get ready. Way 90. Way 90.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
Bus stop.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Second and just 1.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Set. 180.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Let's go. Single. Taggers. Two jet. Kill. Force. 110. 10.
Bridgewater on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville, making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Check safety.
From the gun, Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Move. Let's go. Hey.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Run. 3 down. Check three. Ready. Blue ready. Single slot. Sonic. Hey, you're on an island over there.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down.
Hey, ready. Blue ready. We got 4 down. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Flip it.
From the gun, Winston. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Tyler Davison coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
34, eyes on 34. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run here with Sims. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And the Titans dominant. They have added to their totals in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that went? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down.
Shot right here. Tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Let's go. Tiger. Tiger.
Three down. Three down. Check three. Check three.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Three down. Three down. Safe. Force. Undercrush.
Third and long for Bridgewater. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Needed 16, they got 17 on third down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Offense comes to the line now, first and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Get ready.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Four down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Double tight.
Get ready. Blue 58.
And now here's a carry heading left. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Get ready.
Hey, four down.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
They run with Thomas. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. For the moment, it's in fact the Titans who have the lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And some room to work. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this third quarter. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Jameis to throw it. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a second down.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Ready. Blue ready.
Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucks up on 3rd and long.
Ready. Blue ready.
Back now in Tampa. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Bucks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And the tight end goes in motion left. 3rd and long for Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 47 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Ready. Blue ready. 550. 550.
Right there, 56.
A first down throw for Winston. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You've got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Get ready. Way 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Where Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Get ready. Way 90. Way 90.
On 3rd down, it's Thomas, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Let's go.
4 down. 4 down.
Now a handoff looking right. Fighting him off. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Let's go. Blue 58.
4 down. 4 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Bridgewater. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Way 90. Way 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Hey, get ready. Way 90. Way 90.
58, boy. 58.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Get ready.
We got 4. We got 4.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. From the left hash, this from 37. And Lutz puts this one through. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. And the Titans dominant. They have added to their totals in that one. A win would be their second on the young season. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games. There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Flip it,
On second down, Martin takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Winston. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Ready? Switch. White.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Take the edge. White.
Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Tight right. Get ready. Blue 58. Check. Blue 58.
Now a handoff as they run left side.
Run.
And now the rookie's free. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. 34 yards there and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Let's go. Wide 80. Set.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
Let's go. Wide 80. Wide 80.
Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Saints, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.